How's it going, guys? Welcome to Supreme Tennis, and today we're going to discuss something a bit different here. We're going to talk about 4 different drills that I want to share with you and talk about the effectiveness of each drill and how you can benefit from them. Charlie here is going to help me demonstrate, so let's get straight into it. So drill number 1, just keep it deep. A very straightforward drill, a very easy tactic, yet a very effective one. Now I did want to film this the other way around so you could see where I've placed the cones, but unfortunately the sun would have been facing straight into the lens of my main camera. So basically I'll tell you where I've placed them. I've placed them right between the service line and the baseline, and all Charlie has to do is keep his ground strokes beyond the cones and hit his shots in that back third of the court to get that depth. And depth is really important. You know, it's really important in keeping your opponent back behind the baseline, preventing them from stepping in and being aggressive. And actually, the deeper your shots are, the more chance you have of receiving a short ball that you can attack. And yeah, I just really like the simplicity of this drill as a coach, because as well as having the player work on a useful yet very easy tactic that they can apply, it gives me the opportunity to just have a look at their shape as well and make sure you know that they're doing their split step, and just address any other minor details before we might get onto something a bit more complex, and maybe some more complex drills basically. So yeah, really good one here. Just keep the ball deep, get tons of spin on the ball, and just try your best to keep your opponent at bay, keep them back. The second drill, also a straightforward concept, but another very useful tactic, and that's just to add a bit more width to your shots. You know, really try and open up the court. And this one's actually kind of a progression from the first drill. And again, I'll just tell you where I've placed the cones exactly. And what I've done is I've made a sort of pyramid in the back box. And all Charlie has to do this time is keep his shots, his ground strokes, his forehands, his backhands out of that pyramid. And you know, it's also worth noting that there's still room between the top of the pyramid and the baseline, which basically means it's fine to hit down the middle, but provided that your shots are deep enough. So yeah, that's drill number 2, and we'll call this one Anywhere But the Pyramid. Drill number 3 here is going to really improve your defensive game, and it's just a 2-shot drill with the first ball being fed wide into Charlie's forehand, and depending on how well he hits that first shot, he'll either get a second ball which will be nice and short that he can step in and put away quite easily, or he'll get another tough feed which I'll probably feed into the opposite corner, or maybe even attempt to wrong foot him. So with the first shot, with the recovery shot or the neutralizing shot, or the shot where he can turn the point around, what he has to do with this wide ball is try and get it high and deep but down the middle. Now high and deep to allow himself the time to recover and get back in the point, but it's got to be down the middle because it doesn't really give the opposition much angle to work with. So high and deep down the middle. And you know, I've just progressed the drill here by asking Charlie to stand even wider, and you can see him every now and then using that same side follow through, which I don't mind, because you know, it gives him a little bit more. Basically he can get away with hitting the ball a fraction late, and it just helps him to get that little bit of extra topspin that he might need. And you can even see there he was pulled really wide, so he actually had to resort to the slice. So the fourth and final drill here, and we're going to call this one Change of Pace. And again, a 2-shot drill, but you'll see in a sec that we do progress to 3 shots in this drill. But yeah, for the first shot, Charlie's got to hit it back to me. He's got to hit a normal trading shot, and I'm just going to sort of float up my volley, where he's going to switch up the pace, really inject some power into the second shot and put that ball away. But I want to see a real difference of intent behind that first shot and his second shot. So yeah, just a normal trading. As you can see here, we're doing 2 shots to me, and then switching the pace up with the third ball. And you know, I chose to stand at the net, but you can have your coach or your sparring partner stand on the baseline. I just chose to do it at the net today. It makes it a little bit tougher. You know, if you're at the net, you kind of you take time away from your opponent, and it just makes it a bit more challenging for Charlie here. And I think what we did at the end here is we just kind of played the point out, and I gave him some tougher volleys. I didn't really float the volley up. I put a bit more on my volleys, and yeah, again, just made it a bit tougher for Charlie. Anyway guys, that was it. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go out on the practice court and try those drills out. See how you get on. Have fun with it. Play around with it. Maybe even add your own variation. And yeah, just get involved in the comments section. Let us know how you found them. And if you need any help, we'll be happy to respond and, you know, give you guys a bit of advice if you need it. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Take care, guys.